What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Silver, and we're back with another video. But today is a lot more important. I talked about it on my Instagram. Go follow me right now. It should be right here on the screen. But really exciting, we finally got the Scuf that we ordered in, and I'm going to be doing an unboxing and kind of a first impressions with you guys on the Scuf Impact. So I really want to open this, so instead of wasting time, I'm just going to bring you guys down low. Not like that, but and we're gonna look at it and we're gonna check it out and unbox it for the first time. So let's start. All right, so here we have it. You can see right there, Scuf Gaming, brand new controller. I know what it looks like, but nobody else does. So this is gonna be a really exciting reveal. For anyone wondering, shipping was about 1 week, I think. So definitely the fastest of all the custom controllers out there, but I haven't even opened this box, so I don't know what comes in it. Okay, so to start things off, it looks like we just get the Impact box. Like that. So you get the Scuf Impact box. Kind of some extenders, scuff lock, everything that comes with it on the back. That's not that important because we're going to be going into it anyway. So let's slide this out. Alright, so you guys are going to get the first look before even I do. But here we have it. Scuf Impact for PlayStation reveal. Oh shit. Okay. I don't think the camera does the colors justice, because the saturation's a little bit lower on the camera, so let me fix that real quick, see if it'll make it look a little bit brighter. There we go, that's a little bit more accurate. We have the Dragon Ball Z themed controller, the closest I could get. At least of all the color options for every single character, this is definitely the closest I could get. But as you can see here, we get the ring and lock key, and then over here something else. I don't know what's in there actually. Doesn't feel like there's anything, but pull it out. Okay, so a lot of people say that first thing I'm noticing is that taking out the rumbles in your controller doesn't matter because you can just turn vibration off forehead. It makes a big difference. I think it's like 10 grams. In comparison to every other controller, the weight feels about half as heavy, to be honest. Yeah, like it's extremely noticeable how much lighter this is. But for my Scuf, what I got was obviously the Impact colored buttons, and with obviously the shares, the share and options. And then down here, I got the normal PlayStation thumbsticks because I actually like them, but I also use Control Freaks, so that helps. I have the blue rings, and then on the back, obviously the 4 paddles with the brand new micro USB port that's known as the, what is it? Oh, right, the cable retention system. So basically you plug a micro USB into here, and the reason it's raised so far, as you can see, I'll put it even closer. The reason it's raised so far up is so that when it goes in, it doesn't bend or break your USBs, so they stay really in there, and they also don't come out as easily. So it makes it a little bit better for competitive play, or just people like me who don't like running wireless. This is definitely a very ideal option to have. So I haven't even put my hands on this to see how comfortable it is, but real quick, I'll just run through a little close-up on how everything looks. Super clean. This is going to be the normal orange. I don't think it's a soft touch. However, I will say that it feels like a soft touch, so that's a definite plus for me. This is definitely a lot wider, so I'll pull out a normal PS4 controller because a lot of people didn't do the comparison size-wise to a normal PS4 controller. So this is the one I've been using if you watched my last video. Size comparison is a big thing for me. So as you can see side to side, the Impact is definitely quite a bit larger, but not by much. 6mm to be exact. So if I put them top to top, if I can line these up correctly, they're not that big of a difference. Something to note that the sticks are just about the exact same spot. The sides just go out a little bit wider, and then it's a little bit deeper. So as you can see, this one right here comes in a little bit more, but the reason for that is this is a completely different grip style on the bottom. As you can see, this kind of cones in, it's a little bit wider. So if you have bigger hands, or if you have, like I have pretty medium-sized hands, however, I like the feel of an Xbox controller more, this is perfect. So if you like PS4 controllers and Xbox controllers, you get the button layout of a PS4 controller, but a little bit more of the feel as an Xbox controller. But I will completely be the judge of that, because I'm gonna hold it right now for the first time. We can do the clicks real quick to see how they sound. Ooh. So I have the Scuf, or I have the Xbox Elite controller as well, with the Scuf paddles in the back, and these feel a little bit harder to push, but a lot clickier, and I like it. It feels mechanical almost. Let's do a little ASMR for you. Peter Piper picked a peck of pepper peppers. Holding it for the first time. Okay, it's a lot more comfortable than I expected, because I was like, you look at a normal Xbox controller, having that offset feels nice. But this, I'll show you real quick just to prove, because this is a non-sponsored video, by the way. Obviously, I'm a tiny channel, but I just needed to make that clear, because there's a lot of sponsored controller reviews where they're like, oh, you know, my hands just fit right on the paddles. I'm gonna grip this extremely normally. Your fingers actually do. So, you know, these fingers wrap around this bump, and it's quite large. I haven't seen anybody talk about this yet, how big the bump is right here. And your fingers wrap right around that, and your index, or your middle fingers, sorry, land right on the paddles. And then you need to reach in. It's like barely even your fingertips. So what I usually use, this is my right hand, by the way. I know it's flipped, but right hand, jump, build, X, Y. So my right hand does jump and swap, or triangle, not Y, sorry, triangle. And then this hand does circle and X. So picking up items, easy. Right there is gonna be for your build, jump, and Y swap. R1, L1, feel great. D-pad, soft. Buttons feel great. Share and everything, let's test this out. Nothing sticks. It was Air Bear is a reviewer I watch quite a bit, said his impact was sticking. Mine doesn't. For the headphones, I use a mix amp, but I will try it out just for you guys real quick to see. I use the Turtle Beach Atlas Elites with apparently a control freak, which is nice because I'm gonna be using it anyway. But just to see if this headphone jack fits, if yours looks anything like this, you can compare. Ooh. So there's the first sign of something wrong. I wouldn't say wrong, I would say just different, because this controller does not seem to want to fit this big of a aux cord. So to go in, that's about as far in as I can put it. It does not go any farther, so it's not actually in there. So it's definitely something to note. I've not seen a single review talk about that. It's fine for me. I use an Astro mix amp. It doesn't actually bother me at all. Doesn't affect mine. But next thing we're gonna look at is the trigger stops. They are set to the higher function, which definitely makes a difference. I will adjust that real quick. So going back into the tools that we got with our package. We did get the Scuf ring and lock, so I will show you guys real quick. I've never done this before, but I've watched enough reviews. There's these little grooves. Line them up with the grooves right here. Oops. Twist to the left. And then should just be able to pop it out. Simple as that. Now you could swap your thumbsticks if you wanted, or anything. So what I'm gonna do this on camera real quick. Be easier for me to set it down. Pop the stick. It has a little bit of a lineup like that. Now it's back in, and then put these back on that, and then twist to the right, and we're back in just like that. R3, everything working. that button works. Okay, so next thing we're going to look into what else we get in the package here. We have our trigger extenders. I will not be using these, however I can put them on if you like. It's a simple little clip-on. I don't really feel the need to do it. I'm not going to use them. My fingers fit perfectly as it is. Of course, we have the tool to adjust the trigger stops. So I'm going to make one of them completely upside down so that it fires quick. So I'll show you real quick. This is the normal one. Goes down that far with the full or the halfway trigger stop, or the full trigger stop, I guess. It only goes to there. So you can notice quite a bit of a difference in how much those are actually pushed down. They feel higher quality than I expected. You definitely don't want to be slamming these around. They are still plastic and they are just little flat shelf type things. But if you're aware that you're not pulling down on the trigger insanely hard, you don't really need to worry about snapping them. Controller weight, like I said before, is extremely noticeable about how light it is. Obviously taking off the paddles is as simple as pushing up. Okay, I'm gonna choose a different paddle because this is a terrible paddle to choose. One farther out, like lift up, push, and twist. Boom, your paddle comes out, replace them if you need, and they also now have a 12-month warranty on paddles, which is great. Is it like this? Oh no, it's like that, in, and down. And then paddles are back in commission. All right, and so the last thing we're going to be covering, obviously I put my little control freak on there now. I am using the Black Ops 4 extended one, just on the right stick for aiming, and I will guarantee I could do a video on control freaks in a different video. I can do a review on control freaks in a different video, but I will say 100% they do improve accuracy. When I use them, I'm able to hit more shots, and the reasoning behind this, non-sponsored, is very, very simple, just because it gives you more range of motion. So instead on this one, barely moving, and you hit there, and you're spinning, this one gives you far more time before you actually hit the end. So the only reason it gives you more accuracy is because you have more range of motion. Only reason why. It's not brain surgery or anything like that. Brain science. Last thing we're going to cover is the remapping tool. Super simple. It's a little magnet. Slap it on the back. Like so, it just sits there. And what you're going to do is hold the button you want to remap. Click the paddle, release the button, and then biggest step, make sure to take off the magnet and it should be remapped. So that's pretty much it. This has been the Dragon Ball Z themed Scuf Impact controller. Little things to note, it cost me about $200 total with shipping, but I did pay for the upgraded shipping. So if you didn't want to use that, a big thing to use is the code LoyalScuf. If you want to support a creator, use their codes. I wish I could have. However, I was a little bit tighter on money. The Scuf Loyal code gives you a higher discount than anyone else. So that's the code I used, as well as the I paid for the middle grade shipping. If you paid for the normal shipping, this whole thing would be about $180, and it's pretty much fully kitted. I don't have hand perspiration nearly at all. My hands are completely dry all the time, so I didn't get the grip. If you would like the grip, they recommend it for people who have a lot of sweaty hands, but my hands literally never get sweaty, so this feels completely fine. But yeah, so with the trigger stops, the EMR, the electromagnetic remapping, the normal, and then all these custom options here, the normal sticks and the custom options here with the rings, probably be about 180-ish total. So for this kind of controller with this customization and the option to upgrade things and later, like, take out the thumbsticks, anything like that, it's definitely worth the buy, in my opinion. However, I will be doing a full review of it and testing in my next video using, Black Ops 3, specifically 3 or Infinite Warfare, to show why paddles are so necessary in those games, and you'll probably be able to guess why, but boosting and things like that, so necessary. Things, same thing as Halo if you play Xbox. But yeah, so let's bring it back up to the top. Bring it back up to the top and give my last impressions. Okay, to kind of sign off on everything, this has been the Scuf Impact, fully kitted out, nearly, not completely kitted out. The only things I didn't do was the grip, I believe. I think every single other thing on their website I did. kind of first unboxing and look at this color combo. I absolutely love it. I went through probably 30 different color combos finding the perfect one, and this one just never left my mind. I wish you guys could actually see what it looked like. I am going to put a picture up on Instagram, so make sure to check that out after this video comes out to see what it looks like in the best possible quality. But yeah, so this thing is definitely incredible. I love it. It's super light. It feels amazing, and I'm definitely glad about the purchase. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to their website below. Obviously, this is not a sponsor review, unbiased, just telling you how I feel about the first impressions. And when I get my hands a little bit more used to it and on it, I'll give an honest review on what I think about it and how it's holding up for the months to come. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit subscribe and like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, click the dislike button. That's fine too. But if I did help you out in deciding what you wanted to do, just hit the like button. Obviously, subscribe and notifications. I do stream and I do make videos on here all the time now. So please do whatever you can to support me. I really appreciate it. And so that way you don't miss any more videos, especially the updates. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to see you in the next video.